Hello everyone, Retro back with another episode of SmackDown Results for February 28th, 2017. If you like, please leave one and subscribe. But to get into this week's episode of SmackDown Results, we start out the show with a Miz TV segment, a really good Miz TV segment. Miz TV segment? Miz TV segment? Okay, is that right? Between John Cena and The Miz. And, they're just setting up their WrestleMania match. Banter back and forth was really good between Miz and John. I especially enjoyed John's part, his take on it. His part that he delivered. It brought a lot of realization. He's just like, oh yeah, you're just like everybody else, Miz. Tell me that I'm turning into The Rock. And so on and so on. And then he's like, you're just a dude who plays a dude who plays a dude who plays a dude. Miz, it was just such a really good segment. And yeah, it's really good. And at the start too, I enjoyed Miz's part where he silenced Cena's mic and just let him run down Cena. And then Cena could talk, and he's like, you're just a dude who stole Daniel Bryan's gimmick, stole Ric Flair's figure 4 leg lock, and I forget the other things. But it was a really good promo. Segment. And then we move into the so-and-so shitty part, in my opinion. We have John Cena about to leave, and then Maurice walk up back. You did not slap my husband. And then and she slaps Miz. No, she doesn't slap Miz. She slaps John. And then, he's like, oh, you just made the biggest mistake of your life. I thought it was gonna AA her. But no, Nikki Bella comes down, and it reminds me why I'm not going to watch this match at Mania. But Nikki comes down, Miz and Maurice leave through the Timekeeper's area, and Nikki proceeds to say, don't mess with my man, Maurice. Don't do it. It's like, man, that's gonna be boring. But surprisingly, it got over, and I'm gonna let that part slide, but everything else was really good. Then after that, we had a best 2 out of 3 falls match between Becky Lynch and Mickie James to settle their rivalry, I guess, because why else would you have a 2 out of 3 falls match? But yeah, this match was really good. Really good back and forth. The overall is Becky Lynch won. So going forward, it looks like him and Mickie will have one more match, maybe at not Fastlane, maybe at Mania, because that's where I see it going. But I think they should just end the feud. I enjoyed the feud, but just think it should end it. But yeah, that ended with Becky Lynch defeating Mickie James. Then after that, we had a really good match between Luke Harper and AJ Styles to settle the number 1 contendership for the WWE title going into WrestleMania. This match is really good. Luke's getting tons better. AJ's phenomenal, so no pun intended, but just fantastic match that had me grasping each moment I saw them on TV. And it ended, the initial ending was AJ went for a phenomenal forearm, went for the pin. Luke's leg was on the ropes, but then AJ knocked it down. Shane came down to set up that not so good idea for a match of him taking on AJ at WrestleMania, or so I think. I don't know, but yeah. So Shane came out. He's like, "Oh, Luke's leg was clearly on the rope. Restart the match." So they restart the match. AJ goes in. Harper tries to come back, but then Styles was talking to Shane, yelling at him. He's like, "Oh, you don't do this." And then Harper proceeded to kick Shane, then uh, on accident. And then Styles pushed Harper into the steps and the turnbuckle post in 450 splash. 1, 2, 3. Your new number one contender for the WWE title. And I'm really glad they're doing it. I would have been glad with both ways, either Harper or Styles winning. But I think this serves better, maybe. But I mean, I know it will, because AJ never puts on a bad match. But just depending on what they'll do with Luke, don't know. But yeah, winner of the match was AJ Styles, and he's going to be facing Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania. Then, after that, we had Dean Ambrose taking on Kurt Hawkins. Not even a match. Dean Ambrose just came in, dirty deeds Kurt Hawkins, and yeah, that was it. And then he called out Baron Corbin. Of course, he's like, "Corbin, you want to fight me?" And then Corbin showed up on the screen, be like, "Dean, I will not fight you. Not yet. But once my beard grows in." And yeah, they're pushing that match off till Mania. Then, after that, we had a chairs match between Apollo Crews and Dolph Ziggler. I didn't give a shit about this, so I just went and got food. So, yeah, didn't really give a shit, because no one wins in that feud. Dolph Ziggler gets cheered for beating up nameless faces, aka Apollo Crews, and Apollo Crews doesn't win because no one likes him. It's sad, but it's what we have to live in. And then we end the night with Bray Wyatt's invocation. And, yeah, so this is, I think this is a trigger pulled too soon with Randy and Wyatt and what happened, but Bray was in the ring, just talking and everything. Then Randy showed up on the screen. It's like, "Oh, you gave me the keys to the kingdom, man." And he's like, "Oh, well, right here where I am in the Wyatt compound is where Sister Abigail lies and is buried." And I thought they were gonna, maybe debut a new superstar, maybe as Sister Abigail. The one person I think that should do that is Nikki Cross, because she just has the perfect, perfect character for it, and I think she could really work, along with Sanity coming in and being a part of the Wyatt family. I think that'd be really fun and good. They would need to knock down the goofiness a little bit. I mean, they have, but a little bit more. No more dancing around the ring. Maybe just for, I think Alexander Wolf, that's his name. Maybe just for him. And then Nikki Cross is great. Eric Young, great. And Damo's just, he's the beast, so. But yeah, I thought they were going to do that instead. Randy turned on Wyatt and proceeded to burn down the Wyatt compound. And I like the segment, but it's too soon. I think it should have happened at WrestleMania with either, this is what I would like to see, is, okay, AJ goes on to face Wyatt at Mania, and AJ wins due to Randy Orton helping AJ. So he cost Bray the title. And then Randy Orton just beats down on Wyatt, beat him down. And then he goes into the ring. He's all like, he grabs the microphone. He's like, "I am the king now, and you are the servant." And then, boom, there you go. But then in that process, he shows what he did. Or maybe it shows what Randy did, and then Randy comes down, or something like that. But I think that would have been more effective towards the storyline, and it would have been great other than the generic, "Oh, I'm going to turn on you. Oh, man, we haven't seen that a million times." It would have been, Really cool. And then Young, yeah, Eric Young comes back. He's in the Wyatt family, and so on and so on. And then, it just keeps going on. Or Randy just takes care of Luke, Eric, and whoever else, and then pushes Bray aside. Bray wins back the WWE title from AJ or whoever it is, and yeah, that'd be a really good feud. That could carry out the whole summer and everything because I really love their storyline and how much energy they put into it. But nope, they pulled the trigger too soon, in my opinion. But we'll see how this leads up in the coming weeks of WrestleMania. And yeah, but pretty good episode as always. But yeah, guys, if you did like, you want to see more, please leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you're new. Also, tell me your thoughts on SmackDown. I thought it was really good, as I said at the end of this video. But yeah, leave them down below and tell me what you think they could have done or should have done. Also, excuse me, feeling gassy. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And if you want to see the rest of the series, please click the playlist link down below or the annotation on screen at the end of the video. And as always, have a nice day. I'll see y'all in the next one.